first video introduced you to the course syllabus, walked briefly through some of the expectations for the course. Next thing I want to do is just walk you through the course shell itself, let you know where some resources are available, and just to kind of give you an idea of what you should be working on week to week, where you should be looking for assignments and that sort of thing. So again, when you log in, you'll be on the announcements page. It's always a good thing to start by checking this to see if any new announcements have been posted, if there's any additional information there. After you've taken a look at that, the next thing you'll want to do is click on the appropriate module over on the left-hand side. So anywhere you see these little screens with that slash through them, that means that page is hidden from your view. So you don't see those, but they're showing up in my view. Those will become available as we hit that content throughout the semester. So what I can do is scroll down a little bit here to give you basically the full picture of the course. So starting in week 1, we'll be in module 1. Week 2, we'll move on to module 2. Week 3 will be the first exam, and so on. And we'll just continue that pattern all the way down through the final exam. So right now, all you can see are these tabs up through module 1. A new tab will keep opening, a new set of links will keep opening as we progress down through those 11 modules to the final exam. So what you want to focus on for this week is starting off in Module 1. So the first thing to do is just click on this Module 1 tab. And notice that what happens here is some initial information loads for you. I would always encourage you at the start of each module to take a look at the information posted on this page. I'll be incorporating some different videos about statistics, not necessarily related to content or topics that you're going to be tested on, but videos that basically help to try to convince you that what we're studying in this course matters, has an impact, has applications in the real world. So I'd encourage you just to take a look at those. None of them are very long, but hopefully you find them interesting. There will be kind of a brief introduction at some point, just kind of explaining sort of in an overview what we're covering in this module. And then at the bottom of that page will be some information on the module assignments and due dates. So for instance here, this is telling you all the Module 1 assignments are going to be due by August 25th at 11:59 p.m. And that includes a homework for modules 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3, a Module 1 quiz, and your discussion posts. There's also some additional information here that's reproduced from the syllabus. So just as a reminder, homework assignments can be completed after the due date. I would encourage you to get them in on time, but if you do miss a due date, you can submit those with a 10% penalty. Quizzes have to be completed by the due date, or you'll receive a 0 for that assignment. If something comes up, some extreme circumstances, please feel free to contact me, but in general, you have to complete that by the due date in order to receive credit. And then some information about your first discussion post. Your first discussion post will actually be due before this deadline. So every discussion is going to require 2 posts. And let's go ahead and take a look at this first discussion to see an example. So clicking on discussion 1, we have the individual due dates listed here. So what's typically going to happen is you'll be asked to reply to the topic or question, whatever that prompt is, by Friday of the given week. So in this case, by Friday, August 22nd at 11:59 p.m. And then your second post will be due by the following Monday. So the reason for staggering those is in order to have someone to reply to, we have to make sure some posts were completed in the first place. These are firm due dates. There will likely be no exceptions to those. If you don't make that post by Friday, you'll lose one of the 2 points for that module's discussion. You can still pick up the second point by replying and interacting with your classmates, but to get both points, you need the initial post by the initial deadline and the second post by that final deadline. The first discussion is really just about an introduction to you so that I can learn a little bit more about you, especially since we won't be meeting face-to-face. It's nice to get to know my students a little bit. In general, though, the discussions are going to be really targeted at preparing you for the written portions of the exams in this class. A written math test is something that not many students have often encountered before. So we'll be using the discussions as a way to kind of give you a preview of the types of questions you'll see on the written portion of the exams, and also kind of give me the opportunity to give you some feedback on what's missing, what should be improved to make sure you have a really quality submission that you end up with a strong grade on that exam. So after you've watched through these different kind of orientation videos, you'll click on Module 1, look at that introductory information, and then start working through the information on each of those individual module pages. So Module 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, each of those will include some videos and a homework assignment, and then there will be a quiz that covers all the content from those three submodules. Keep in mind again the due dates. Everything for Module 1 will be due by August 25th at 11:59 p.m., with the one exception being that one discussion post that's due a little bit earlier. At any point though, if you have questions about what you should be working on, what due dates are coming up, please feel free to contact me. My information is in the syllabus, or you can stop in and see me during office hours.